Okay, and we
Wait,
are
though.
live. Yes, Taiwo. Yes, we're live. Taiwo, we can hear your voice. All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another session of our interesting webinars. Once again, you're on to Cousant Connect, and my name is Abdul Karim, your host for the past 5, 6 webinars now. Today we're going to have with us Ossy Ekweme. Ossy Ekweme is a talent acquisition specialist, and then she's going to be taking us through how to rework your technical CV to guarantee interviews. Right? Ossy has been reviewing CVs for a while now, and trust me, she knows one or two things about seeing, picking out the acts and the tips that most companies are looking for on your CV. As I said, you're on to Cousant Connect. Cousant Connect, as I've always said, is a specialist outsourcing company. And what we do is we connect top-notch developers to companies that are requiring the services. And I'll hand it over to Osi now, and she'll take you through this presentation. I hope you have a lovely time with us today. And you can drop your questions in the comment section as the webinar progresses. Would go through them at the end of the session, and also will be here to take you through uh, how to work on your CVs. All right, Lucy.
All right, Abdul, thank you very much for that brief introduction. So, hello, everyone. My name is Ekweme Ossy, and I am the Talent Acquisition Analyst for Cousant Connect. I'm a graduate of the University of Lagos. I'm a speaker, a host, and dancer, singer, everything into one. Okay, so today we would be looking at reworking your technical CV to guarantee interviews. But before we proceed, Cousant Connect is a specialized outsourcing and recruitment service that connects clients to highly vetted and trusted software engineers, project managers, business analysts, user interface designers, and the likes of them. So today, like I said earlier, we'll be looking at working a technical CV to guarantee interviews. And all right, I believe we can see the slide. Okay, so your resume is a key link in the recruitment chain for your future employers as a selection tool, also for the course of internal processes. So I understand that most people believe that, okay, when you're trying to get a job, what do you need? What do you not need? So the base document, the major thing necessary is that you have your resume ready and fit for that particular position you're vying for. So HR processes globally require a resume as a base document, like I said earlier. And trust me, these processes are not going to change anytime soon. Yes, we are in the jet age. Yeah, technology is taking over. But trust me, this aspect of the recruitment process would not be altered anytime soon. So now, on your quest for a new job, your resume is the first line of defense. Therefore, you need to do everything possible to make your CV stand out before hitting the send button or presenting it to a potential employer. Also, most times, employers do not bother to have a proper interview with a particular set of candidates because their resumes have done most of the work for them. Likewise, the same way employers do not request to speak to exceptionally brilliant candidates because of their poorly presented resumes. So I would explain that. So over time, we've discovered that most people, most professionals, they when we push their profiles forward to employers, to clients. Okay, so I will be using the term clients for employers and candidates for employees. So for most of the candidates who present their CVs or have their applications on our database, they are unable to get standard jobs, get good offers because of their poorly presented resumes. Now, imagine you vying for a particular position and there's a section where your CV is requested for, and what we get is a picture saying, "My name is so and so. I have my CV at home. I would send my CV in when necessary. So that is very, very wrong, and that should not be done. So we also have people that we just send their profiles forward, and the clients are willing to just give them the offer even without having a proper interview with them. So we need to try as much as we can to make sure that our resumes are in shape and are standard, well detailed, and tailored to fit the position we are vying for. So I'm trying to run everything together because I know we do not have so much time, and I'm trying to make this as brief as possible. So you need to have a detailed and well tailored resume to fit the position you are vying for. Most people, when they are trying to apply for the role of, let's say, a front end engineer or front end developer, AngularJS. Now, on their resumes, you would find out they start putting things about, okay, I have a good proficiency in .NET development. I am very comfortable with backend PHP. I'm very comfortable with Android development, Java, Kotlin. Those things do not matter at that point in time because yes, you have these experiences, you know what you're doing, but at that point in time, those things are not necessary. They are not fit for the particular position you are trying to go for. So now, let's get down to business. Content of a powerful CV. Yes, so we have title, elevator pitch, contact details, personal information, education, certification, skill set, technical and soft skills, work history, and portfolio. So now there are a little more we would be discussing here today that might not be here. So for the title, you need to have a headline that would catch the client's eye and help them see you fit for the position at hand. For example, if you're applying for the post of a front-end developer, your headline should be, okay, Equipment Ngozi Ossy, front-end developer, AngularJS. At that point in time, the client knows that, okay, this might have what I'm looking for. This might entail what I am looking for. So we need to be very, very careful with that. Likewise, if you're going for other, okay, forgive me, I'm going to make use of technical terms because majorly we deal with all things technical. So but it's also the same thing when you are probably going for the role of marketing and growth manager. You can just say, okay, my name is Kwame Ngozi Osi, marketing and growth manager underneath. So it catches the employer's eye and would make them want to have a second look at your resume. Now we have the summary elevator pitch. Yes, so this elevator pitch should just be in a few lines, just a few lines of text. At the beginning of your resume, right after your title, there should be a brief elevator pitch. We can also say speech. It serves as an introduction to the reader that seeks to answer the question, tell me about yourself, experience level, and objectives in just a few lines of text. So instead of me having to say, okay, what is this person up to? What does this person have to offer? I want to know this person. Your elevator speech should be able to handle that and take care of it. So we can have something like after your title, we can have a graduate of University of Lagos with over 5 years experience in software development. You know, just a few things, experience level, objectives, how you would add value to the organization at hand. So it's also customized to confirm and to contain information rather that makes you stand out while focusing on the things the employer wants to know. So truthfully, for every position, for every opening we have, you cannot just be the only person vying for that particular position. We might have about 10 people, three people trying to go for the same position. So you have to put something forward that will make you stand out. You need to have something that will make you be on top of your game. Yeah. So I believe we're following contact details and personal information. So, like towards the end of this webinar, we would see where we have the do's and the don'ts of having a technical CV. So, your contact details should be there. It's not proper that on your resume, after you've probably written everything, your experience level, your title, your elevator speech, everything necessary and nice, then probably the client would want to reach out to you and your contact details are nowhere to be found, or your contact details are not what's the word, are not okay, they're not proper, they are unable to reach you through the details you put on your resume. So most times, most people miss out on opportunities because of this. We've had experiences with developers, whereas they would put on their resumes particular number or particular email address. Then you try to reach out to them and they're nowhere to be found. They're unavailable, their numbers are not going through, or they are not picking their calls. So all these things might make you miss out on a particular offer if care is not taken. So your personal information, most organizations are always keen on the age of the potential employee, and they might overlook your resume if you do not have this particular information. Now, when I'm talking about information, talking about your age, date of birth, uh, state of origin, uh, residential address, all those things are necessary for you to have on your resume. Yes, and the next one we have is education and certification. Okay, we've also had cases where uh, a particular company refused to speak to certain candidates because they did not have an educational section on their resumes. And the companies refused because they felt that, okay, this person is not learned, this person does not have this person does not have what it takes because this person is not educated. So we need you to have your educational history, your background, educational background on your resume, as it will help a lot and you wouldn't have to go through the stress of trying to, convince the client that this person is up for it, this person is trained, this person is learned. Yes, and also certification. I understand that most people, we have people that are certified in different fields. We have people certified in Android development, we have people certified in majorly, generally, the technological ecosystem. So we need you to also have that on your resume. This helps you stand out also. If we present a resume of someone that has a particular skill set and the person is certified, and we also present a resume of someone that has that same skill set and does not have the right certification, the client would most likely go for the person with certified resume, yeah, certified technological skills. I hope you understand. I hope I'm not going too fast. Also, your skill sets should be on your resume. Now, for the technical guys, IT guys, we understand that most times you have vast knowledge of different technological frameworks. You should be able to include that on your resume. Now, like I said earlier, do not forget you have to tailor your CV to uh, to fit the position you are vying for. If you're going for a front-end developer, Angular JS, or you're going for, let's say, a Python developer role, Django, you can include that on your resume and other skill sets you have, but that should be on top of the list. It should be the number one technological skills that your potential client or potential employers would see, because it gives them that edge that, okay, yes, this person has this particular skill set and this is like what he's most comfortable with. Also, your soft skills. Like I said here, most times organizations are not 100% into just technical skills of a candidate, but majorly into their soft skills. So yes, most times some people are very, very good at what they do. They're very skilled, but they lack some other things that might not look necessary or might look minor to you or to people. Now, sometimes we get it when they say, okay, we want someone that is a team player, we want someone that has good interpersonal skills, regardless of what the person has done technically. So you should also be able to put that on your resume and be truthful about it. Now, your work history, where you've worked for, from the first place of work or place of employment to the most current and recent one. Okay, we've had cases where people would put on their resumes first work history 2002 to 2008, the last work history from 2011 to 2014, and we are in 2019. So most times when we send the CVs forward, the clients are always wondering, like, what has this person been doing from 2014 to 2019? And trust me, if they do not see it on your resume, they would not even bother reaching out to you because they believe that this person has been nonchalant and lackadaisical about whatever he or she is into or whatever he or she is doing. Now, another very, very, very important aspect of your resume is your portfolio. It's the most important part actually, and it should contain every work you've done, projects you've worked on, and links to those projects, if any. Most times we discover that people that put links on their resumes do not they are not truthful about it, because at the end of the day, when you try to see, okay, this link, I'll click on it, let me see what this person has done, it redirects you to a totally different thing, or you would see things like it's not open, it's not, server is down, things like that. So we need people that would be able to, you know, put on their resumes things they've done, boldly, proudly put on their resumes things they've done, projects they've worked on, truthful projects they've worked on, relevant projects they worked on. Also, you can also put links to personal projects you've worked on. It would also aid your recruitment process. It would also aid the whole process of, okay, this person wants to speak to me because this person has seen what I have done and the work I have done on my resume. So now we have the do's and the don'ts. Now, for the do's, you should have on your resume. Uh, Number one is you have to keep it down to 2 pages, because trust me, nobody wants to review a very, very bulky CV because they feel like, okay, this is too much. I can't handle this. So you need to have at least 2 pages of your resume. You have to try to fit everything in. Yeah. There are very, very few exceptions to this rule, actually, except if you have about 30 years experience. Then you can go to 3 pages. But normally it should be down to 2 pages. Whatever it is that you are going to put in, please put it down to 2 pages or 3 pages max. So it will be easy and more efficient going through the resumes without stress. So another thing is tailoring your CV to the right job or to the position you're vying for. Like I said earlier, you need to tailor your CVs to whatever position you are vying for. If you are going for a certain role, and you know you have other skills to, just make sure your CV is focused on the particular role you're vying for and what you want to do and the offer you're trying to get. I hope you're following. Now, you should also follow the correct CV format. Now, we don't want a situation where you would present your resume and the clients are like, okay, what is this person doing? What is this person up to? You have your title at the beginning, you have your contact details at the end, you have your work experience probably at the middle. There should be a format for it, and you should. So at the end of this webinar, I will be showing us a sample CV or templates that we can make use of. So another thing is choosing the right font. most times people make use of italics, people make use of Caribbean or other things for the CV, which is not proper. So the proper fonts to use for your CV is Times New Roman, and the font size should be 11, as it makes your work look neat and easy to read. Yeah. So the next one is keeping your work neat and tidy. Most people, they have clustered CVs, and trust me, even as an HR person, when I say clustered CV, I wouldn't want to go through it, because I believe that, okay, this person has so much and probably doesn't know what he or she is doing. So you should also be able to keep your CVs neat and very, very, very tidy. Now, at the end of your CV, you should have some sort of attestation. Yes. So you should have something like, I, Equipment Ngozi Osi, attest that this information on this resume is correct. That, and that. Then you have your signature right at the bottom. And here we are at the don't part of your resume. Please, whenever you are writing your resumes, please do not tell a lie. Do not tell a lie, because eventually, at the end of the day, when the employers or probably those handling your resumes find out that you are telling a lie, trust me, your name would be blacklisted. We've had cases where someone wrote, people wrote different things. Okay, someone was sending in his resume, and he had University of Ilorin, Akoka, Lagos. Really, that should not be done. So you should make sure that everything you are putting on your resume, from the beginning to the end of it, is true and confirmed. Now, another thing is, do not include unnecessary references. It's okay if you want to put on your resume reference available on request, or you want to put your resume, your references on your resume. But please, when it gets to the point where we have about 5 references for just one resume, it's not called for. So we should try to work on that and step it down. Please do not add negative informations on your resume. Just like, okay, after your resume, you've written everything, then you have the, I left my former place of employment because they were not nice, because there was no conducive environment for me to work in, the pay wasn't good. All those things are not necessary. Please do not include those on your resume. Now, the final one, please, whenever you writing your resume or you want to present it, do not mention money on your resume, because when you do that, the clients will be like, okay, this person is not a serious person. This person does not know what he wants, and this person does not know what he wants to do. So most times the clients or the employers have a particular budget, a particular range, salary range they would like to offer whenever they want to employ people or employ candidates. So you going before them and saying, okay, I want so and so on your resume, is totally uncalled for and should not be done. So I'll be expecting questions in the comment box. But okay, so try to show you the sample of a CV, a redacted CV actually, that you could make use of. So a minute should be here. Yeah, so please do not forget, if you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section, and we'll take care of that. So yeah, we have it here, we have it here. Where is it? Okay, so I hope you can see this. This is a redacted CV. Here we have the name, the title, contact address, Contact details, they are just here. Here we have the elevator speech, just a few lines of text. Uh, then we have the skill set. This is for a .NET developer. So we can see everything. Yes, he's very comfortable with Angular, he's comfortable with Ionic, he's comfortable with PHP, other things, but he placed his C sharp skill first because that is the main thing that this particular role requires. Okay, so here we have another set of information, the person's algorithm, design and analysis skill, OOP, all these things actually are part of the technical skills too. Here we have the education. Yes, you can see BSc Honors, Computer Science and IT. We have the employment and experience. So you can see this here. So this is like a template that can be made use of whenever you want to have your resume. So this is not complete. Like I said, it's redacted, and unfortunately we could not share the other information on this resume. All right, so if you have any questions, I would like to take it now.
All right, all right, all right. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. Osi. I have a question though. So whilst you were presenting, you made mention of a few things that I had never done on my series before, and I did not think that it should be a problem. So you said about the personal details, right? You said things about age that I've never had my age on my CV. I've never put up my what's it called, my state of origin on my CV. And to be honest, I think that even if I put that on there, it was going to only subject me to maybe some discrimination. Maybe some people don't like that I practice this religion, or they think I'm too young for this position, or they don't like it from this part of the country. Do you understand? So all those things. Why do you think that I should have those details on my CV?
Okay, so like I said, over time we have discovered that most clients and most employers always like to have this information on potential candidates or potential employees' resume. Now, regardless of whatever religion you're practicing, regardless of your age, regardless of your state of origin, all these things are informations that should be on your resume. They are proper, they are the standard things that should be on your resume. Because most times, like I said, the organizations are keen on the age of whoever they would like to employ. And okay, we've had cases where some people be like, okay, I do not want someone below the age of 26 to 30. So imagine me sending them a resume without that information. There's no way we would be able to convince them, or they would be convinced that this particular person is not above this age range. So you see why it is necessary for you to have that on your resume.
Okay, so we have a question from Victor here. Victor says, should I have different resumes for each job advert?
Well, I would say yes, and I would say no at the same time. So, like I said, for whatever position you're vying for, you should tailor your CV and your resume to fit that particular position. You can still include other skills you have, other skill sets you have, but your resume should be tailored to that particular position you are vying for. Also, okay, if you are trying to go for, probably you have good proficiency in marketing and you are going for a technical role, and you are also very comfortable with your technical skills, you should be able to exclude or tailor your CV to fit the technical aspect or field of your life rather than the marketing side of it. Because if I request for the CV of a software engineer, and in the process of reviewing your CV, I see things concerning marketing, or your CV is tailored towards the marketing aspect, I would drop it because I believe this is not what I'm looking for and this is not what I should have. So I believe I have answered your question.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have a similar question from Augustine Eworonto. He says, what if I'm applying for a different job title? You mean I should re-edit my CV for that particular job opening?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. I think that question is answered. But then again, think about it. It takes a very long time to edit these things. Is there a shortcut that we can use? I mean, I know I'm a PHP developer, but I'm looking to. I see that .NET is the skill that most banks are looking for these days, and I'm looking to switch to that role, right? Um, how quickly or how often should I be doing this? What's the fastest way that I can easily switch my CV up from applying for a PHP role to the .NET? Or some other time, I see that this .NET, they are not really, it's not really, there are different frameworks that they're using, right? So how quickly can we do that? Do you have like tips and shortcuts that we can use to do that?
Okay, so the number one question is, do you have or are you comfortable with .NET? That is the number one question. Yes, you're a PHP developer, you want to switch or you want to tailor your CV to that of a .NET developer. The number one question is, do you have good experience in .NET? Are you comfortable with .NET? Are you comfortable with C Sharp and the other technologies? Because the truth is, even if you tailor your CV to fit that other role and you do not have the good experience or a good experience level, it will still be as good as you not, what's the word? You not having a proper CV. You should have the experience. You should be comfortable, very, very comfortable with whatever technological skill set that is required for you to be able to tweak your CV or tailor it to fit the particular role you're going for. So, also, like I said, you can have other skill sets on your resume. So all you just have to do is you go back to your drawing board, you go back to your Microsoft Word, and you tweak things, just a little change here and there. You should be able to do the work to get the work. I don't know if you understand me. You should be able to do the work to get the work. You should be able to go through the stress to get the job. So I believe it shouldn't be stressful because it's yours when it's not as if someone helped you to do it. So you should be able to at least handle that. And it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, 1 hour. That's too much. 1 hour is too much, actually.
Okay. Guys, if you have any more questions, please drop the questions in. But I have one more question though. So I've seen a lot of one-pager CVs, right? And they look very fancy, very pleasing on the eyes. They have their profile picture, they have the name and their bio on the left panel, and then they have just few lines of their experience, few lines of what they've done before. Their education background might just be just an icon. Their hobbies might just be showing a basketball, a soccer ball, TV, and stuff like that. Really fancy things. So how effective are these things compared to the proper fully loaded CVs? How does that work?
Well, I would say for UI UX designers, most times that goes in their favor, or graphics designers, most times that would be in their favor because some way, somehow, you are pitching yourself, you are you have tailored your CV to fit that particular role and position. I mean, graphics and UI UX, because most times it has to do with designs. Yes. So for someone that is not a UI UX designer or a graphics designer. Having that on your resume is not proper. It being so fancy is not proper. That is not what is required as at that point in time. So that shouldn't be there. So I advise you adapt or adopt the normal CV, normal standard CV, like the templates I showed earlier. Yes.
So the black and white, the
Yes.
regular
Yes.
classic
Yes.
CV style. That
Yes,
that's
please.
fine. Okay, thank you, Ossy. So I think I'm out of questions here. I don't have any more questions. So if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section, and then I'll relay it over to Ossy, and she will be answering that in the future. And yeah, you can reach out to us through our YouTube page here, or you can reach us on whichever of our social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all at Cousant Connect. And that's it for today. And we're hoping to catch you up on our next webinar episode. I hope this has been very, very informative and useful for you, and you can implement the learnings from this in your next job search. Wish you the best in your job hunt, and that's it from us. Thank you, Ossy.
You're welcome.
All right, thanks, guys. See ya. Bye.